face you.
Now we talk about the big core. Because we talk about these three. These three right here. These three are annoying. These three are very annoying, and they just pretty much like deal with the whole tier. Like all three of them can check the whole tier, which is insane to me. Again, Spadef Clef. You could scout things for protect, and just see what your opponent goes for. Then you could teleport out, go into your wall break, and then just mess somebody up. Again, you have Corviknight being your defensive wall, being able to defog stuff away, and also be able to body opposing Clefs. And also, again, body those other opposing steals with body press. Then you turn around to get some initiative going. Then you have Toad to be your rocker and also your Dracovish answer and your electric immunity. So it has a lot going for it in this whole core right here. But the thing about this core is that while it's good, it can still be broken by spamming Ice Beam with Kirim. Because if you get a freeze and you're kind of just well, that's that. That's kind of that. But yeah, Kirim could kind of break through this core anyway, which is why people like Kirim a lot, or why Kirim is pretty broken, because it could just like body this core here. But I mean, if you really wanted to add more onto the core, you could add like a Snorlax if you really want to like deal with Kirim. But that's just my 2 cents. That's just my 2 cents. But still, Clef being the best mon of the three, because it's able to get off a wish, protect, then teleport out, pass that wish on to somebody else, or protect, wish, or I mean wish first, and then protect, and then get health back, and then just rinse and repeat, and then just teleport out, and then go into a wall breaker, and then it just does the thing. Then does the thing it always does. So yeah, it's very annoying, very very annoying. Giving this mon teleport might have been Game Freak's like most. It's very good. That's all. I didn't mean to put that. I meant to put Moonblast. Because this is the set they always run. They always run this in lefties. There are some people that don't actually run Clef like this. I mean, there are some people that actually like run it more offensively to deal with Conk and such. But still, this is the standard Clef set you'll always see. You will always see this set no matter where you are, for the most part anyway. This is the best set right now for it. Because again, it's just able to again get that like slow priority. I don't think that's the right word. Slow initiative. Again, that -6 teleport really helps this one a lot. Just really helps this one a lot, getting off more initiative, into your wall breaker, and then you kind of just do what you can with it, and then you kind of just body whatever's in front of you with it. And also you get that recovery off too from Wish from Wish. So it's pretty effective in that regard. And again, I already mentioned about Corviknight. It always does what it does. But again, you could choose to make this thing defensive or make it specially defensive depending on your team. But Corvi being specially defensive is more because of Kirim, and other special attackers, but mostly Kirim. As it's able to again like kind of take a +2, or not +2, it could kind of take 2 with a roll. But yeah, so like I said before about Corviknight's like role on this team, or for this core, it is meant to be the main defogger of this core. And again, it's also a really good ground immunity as well, again for dealing with drill and checking like other mons that could potentially like body the rest of these two. I mean, that could body the rest of Clef and Toad. So it's kind of the mon that's like in the middle of just like being able to help with the rest of that core. Again, you do have several options with Corviknight on this team. Again, a defogger is one of them, but you could have another defogger just to add on. You can make this thing offensive if you want. Again, the Brave Bird bulk up set is still pretty good with a core like that. With sub, you could make it a spite user, but you would have to make the team like more defensively oriented, so it will be more, I guess, more of a balanced team if you wanted to add spite to it. But yeah, and also it does have Iron Head, so you can also like pressure opposing Clef too. And again, just other fairies in the tier. Again, U-Turn's going to be there too for that switch initiative, bringing in an offensive mon if need be. Yeah, Corviknight has a lot of stuff it can do for this core, which makes it stand out above the other two. But Clef still like overshadows it because of the or no, Clef is still like above it just because of that teleport set, making it just a little bit more useful. It's pretty much like the best or one of the best options. And also again, you could wish it back up with Corviknight, or I mean, you could wish it back up with Clef, and same with Toad as well. So that way this mon can have more longevity and do what it does. People have been running Toad actually more especially offensive, and have been running it especially offensively with Stealth Rock, Skull, Toxic, and then Earth Power. Or they get rid of Toxic and put Knockoff on it, or they get rid of Earth Power and put Toxic over it anyway. But yeah, there are even like sometimes that people are running like a max attacking one, so you can get off more. You can get more mileage off it. Like you run Stealth Rock, Earthquake, and then Earthquake, Liquidation, and then like Power Whip to deal with opposing Toad, or some other thing, or even Knockoff. But yeah, this mon is very good at its job, and again, that's what makes this core very solid at what it does. Yeah. Another mon that could actually break this core is Zero Aura with Grass Knot, as it's able to deal with Toad, and it could also Plasma Fist the Corviknight and Plasma Fist Clef. So it could definitely like be good in that regard. But pretty much you could play around that with Toad, with Corvi and Clef anyway. And even if you have a Rotom as well, which Rotom is pretty common on this kind of team too, or it's pretty common with this core. Again, being able to deal with opposing Corvis and other Toads as well. So there is that. So that pretty much covers the core of Gen 8, like the main defensive core that you would run into in almost every game.